Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Peter Ramsey, the director of Episode 4 of Ahsoka over on Disney Plus, recently discussed how Hayden Christensen's return as the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker, has affected the show as a whole, both on and off screen. Hayden Christensen made his triumph return to the Star Wars galaxy in the final moments of Ahsoka Episode 4, appearing in the World Between Worlds after it appeared that Ahsoka had been killed off. This was a huge moment, as it had been the first time that the two characters ever interacted with one another in the live-action spectrum of things, and Star Wars even celebrated Christensen's return by featuring him on a recent poster for the Disney Plus show as well. Arguably, though, however, not so recent necessarily, considering I'm making this video after the full run of Ahsoka over on Disney Plus. In this video, we are going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below. How has Hayden Christensen impacted the Ahsoka series overall? In an interview with IGN.com, Ahsoka Episode 4 director Peter Ramsey, who's also directed a couple of episodes of The Mandalorian, as well as The Book of Boba Fett, if I'm not mistaken, shared his thoughts about shooting the ending scene that featured Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker with Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano for the first time in live action. The director, Ramsey, revealed that being in the scene was just as impactful for Christensen, who they called really sweet, as it was for the fans, saying that it had a lot of meaning for the Star Wars prequel trilogy actor himself, saying that, in quote, he's a really sweet, low-key guy. He was pretty happy about being there after all of this time. It had a lot of meaning for him, ending that quote right there. The director goes on and realized how important this reunion between Anakin and Ahsoka was on screen, especially considering that they had been apart for so long in the animation throughout the Clone Wars animated show. He also revealed that he guided Christensen through the scene with his acting and storytelling, telling him to act as though that he hadn't seen his daughter in 2 years, which the actor would have understood since he has a daughter himself, saying that, in quote, we just talked about what it was like for him to be seeing Ahsoka after all this time, that it's a reunion for these two characters, and I just told him, it's like you haven't seen your daughter in 2 years. She'd gone off to college and you're seeing her again, and she's like a different person, but still your daughter, ending that quote right there. I think that is really quite a perfect example to put it between these two characters of Anakin and Ahsoka, describing them, as like a father-daughter kind of relationship almost. Also with some of that timing of that, like consider that it's been like 2 years or something along those lines since you've last seen this very important character, or person much rather, to you, and they kind of pour your emotions out onto the page kind of in that meaning and in that way overall. And I think that was executed quite perfectly, especially considering what the director Peter Ramsey, doing his job, had kind of told Hayden Christensen like what to do, kind of what the circumstances here were with this here overall. The director Peter Ramsey also goes on and has explained his overall thought process into the regard to Ahsoka's reaction to herself, to seeing Anakin for the first time in years, saying that it was just like her turning back and being the young Padawan that she was to Anakin during the Clone Wars animated show. And we even got a glimpse of that actually in the next episode, episode 5 of course, of where we do get those Clone Wars flashbacks. As Peter Ramsey explains that, in quote, on the Rosario Dawson side of things, she knew what it meant to the story, and it was just about selling the idea that she was waking up somewhere really having no clue as to what was going on, not understanding the concept of am I dead, am I alive, am I where I think I could be, and the way that expression changes at the very end when she turns to him and turns around and says his name is so sweet, and it was just like her turning back to the person that she was the last time that she had last saw him, ending that quote right there. That in itself is a very prominent, noticeable thing as well. Like after Ahsoka episode 4 and 5, after Ahsoka goes through everything, those flashbacks, the World Between Worlds with her former master Anakin Skywalker, she does come out kind of as like a changed person, a changed character, and that was really kind of the point to that, of course, of that in the earlier episodes of the series, and arguably even in other aspects and areas of the Mandoverse, of when she first appears in The Mandalorian Season 2, and also in the Book of Boba Fett. She's very non-expressioned, or very emotionless, as she's often described as. And after the events of Ahsoka episode 4 and 5, we see a totally different, more hopeful kind of character to Ahsoka after her reunion with her former master. So with this here all being said, what could Anakin's return mean going forward? Now, as I had also mentioned at the beginning of this video, especially now that, the Ahsoka series is now over, what could this mean going forward outside of the Ahsoka show, of course? Maybe with a potential season 2, or also in other areas and aspects of the rest of the Mandoverse. Many fans are wondering exactly what Anakin's return will mean in the coming episodes of Ahsoka, as the article reads. Some theorize that he actually opened up the portal in the world between worlds and pulled Ahsoka into this mysterious realm, saving her life, just as Ezra Bridger did to her in Star Wars Rebels, which is still a very prominent theory, and one that I do believe in. But others are saying that it might not be the Anakin that Ahsoka and fans know and love, of course, was another ongoing theory. Was proven to also be wrong. There's plenty of other theories, though, still out there, and this wasn't something that was necessarily ever actually fully explained, I feel like, by the end of the Ahsoka run. Really, this here all being said, something that I really am able to take away and pull away here from this overall article, this interview, this behind the scenes, is something that I really, really love to hear about for the Ahsoka show. For Star Wars overall, as you guys know, I'm a very big sucker when it comes to behind the scenes for Star Wars overall, especially with the return of Hayden Christensen and having him come back once again to Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise, after having just been in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show just last year. Many fans didn't necessarily believe that completely lived up to the hype or to what it was really supposed to be. So really, in all aspects, the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and Anakin in those regards, that walked so that Ahsoka and Anakin could run, honestly. I also really, really love to hear the directional kind of style that Peter Ramsey has taken here with this Ahsoka episode here as well. I am very much looking forward to seeing more of his work going forward in the Mandoverse, future episodes of The Mandalorian, a potential Book of Boba Fett Season 2 here. Star Wars Skeleton Crew as well is going to be the next big live-action Star Wars show, and addition to the Mandoverse coming out early next year, 2024, somewhere between January and February. I have plenty of videos discussing and talking about that here on the channel. We're also discussing all types of other Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already. I also want to quickly mention that we have a merch store linked in the description down below. I have a few promo codes you guys can also use to get some money off. Go check out the store. I'm putting out some new designs here, and all I'm saying is that the holidays are coming up on us. They're like 2 months away. Maybe we'll go find a holiday gift. And so, with this here all being said, of course, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, your theories as well for what we may see in the future of the Star Wars franchise in a galaxy far, far away, into the regards of Hayden Christensen and Anakin Skywalker in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.